Welcome to the Mitsy Kit 9-patch pillowcase video tutorial. If you've not sewn with Mitsy Kit hand sewing projects before, please preview the following Mitsy Kit YouTube videos. Mitsy Kit video thread needle with bow threader and Mitsy Kit video running stitch demonstration will help prepare you for the next steps. Included with your kit are 3 rows of 3 5-inch squares pinned together with a safety pin. These will be used to create the 9-patch pillowcase front. Rows are indicated by the number of safety pins attached to the third square in each row. 1 safety pin for row 1, 2 for row 2, and 3 for row 3. Additionally, you should have 2 14 by 8-inch fabric rectangles that will be used to create the envelope backing of your pillowcase. Other tools you'll need include a pin cushion with some straight pins, some thread, preferably the color of your project, and some scissors for cutting your thread. The first step will be to replace the safety pins attaching the 3 squares in row 1 with straight pins. You're going to fold the top square face down over square 2 and again replace the safety pin and insert 2 other straight pins to attach square 1 to square 2. Now you're going to perform the running stitch just under the tactile border from one corner to the other, attaching square 1 to square 2. Make sure that your running stitches are fairly tight, performing a back stitch now and then. And when you reach the opposite side, make sure to tie off your knot so that your thread won't come undone, and cut off the excess thread. Once you've completed this running stitch, you can open up square 1 and square 2 so they're face up on the table, and then fold square 2 down over square 3 so they are face to face. And again, pin the squares together with straight pins and remove the safety pin, and perform the running stitch to attach square 2 to square 3. Pause this video if you want to complete this step. Next, you're going to do the same steps to attach the squares for row 2 and row 3. Pause this video as you complete these steps. Once you've completed sewing all 3 rows, line up the sewn rows on the table in sequential order. Row 1 on the left, 2 in the middle, and 3 on the right. Safety pins should be on the right side of the fabric and positioned on the table face up on the bottom square of each row. Next, flip row 3 face down on top of row 2. You are going to hand sew these rows together along the long right-hand intersection. Pin the 2 rows together and again perform your running stitch just under the tactile border from one corner to the other corner. Now, as you are stitching, when you get to the intersections of your squares, it will be a little thicker, and we want you to take a couple of back stitches right on that intersection, the seam, just to make sure that there are no gaps. Continue until you get to the opposite side and again tie off your sewing. Once you've completed this, open it up on the table and flip the row 1 now face down over row 2. And once again, you are going to sew along the long side of the intersection of row 1 and 2 using the running stitch from corner to corner. Pause this video while you complete attaching row 1 to row 2. Once you've completed attaching row 1 to row 2, you will have completed your 9-patch pillowcase facing. Leave it on the table right side up. The tactile borders should be facing the table. Now you want to lay one of the 14 by 8 inch fabric rectangles positioned with a safety pin at the top center so that the top edges and corners of the fabric rectangle and the 9-patch facing are aligned. Then attach with a few plastic clips from the left top corner to the right top corner. Next, let's lay the second 14 by 8 inch fabric rectangle positioned with safety pin at bottom center so that the bottom edges and corners of the fabric rectangle and 9-patch facing are aligned. And again, attach with a few plastic clips from left bottom corner to right bottom corner. The two 14 by 8 inch rectangles will overlap in the center. Place a couple of plastic clips on the right and left sides to hold the overlapping fabric together, flat at the intersections. Then turn the fabric over so that the tactile borders on the 9-patch pillowcase is facing up. Now, you're going to hand sew the 9-patch pillow facing to the envelope backing with a running stitch just under the tactile borders around all 4 sides. Remember to remove the plastic clips as you come to them while hand sewing. Once you've completed sewing all around the perimeters, you will turn your project right side out through the envelope opening in the backing. Push the corners out and insert your pillow through the back opening. Make sure you've removed all pins and all clips. Your pillow insert should simply slide in the envelope opening and tuck the corners into the corners of the casing, and you're done. Now you have your beautiful pillow to admire. To learn more about other Mitsy Kit projects, please go to www.mitsykit.org.